Good morning to everyone, everyone both online as well as Kaneohe Higashi Hongwanji in-person Sunday service. My name is Bill Yamanaka. I'll serve as your MC today. And please rise for the entering of our minister, Reverend Marcos Sawada.
Let's together show the moment of meditation. Namu Amida. Namu Amida. Namu Amida. Namu Amida.
Remain standing for VANDANA TI-SARANA on page 46 in your red service.
Tassa bhagavatu arahatu sammasambuddhassa. That's the supreme awakening. Buddham saranam gacchami. Dhammam saranam gacchami. Sangham saranam gacchami. I go to the Buddha for guidance. I go to the Dharma for guidance. I go to the Sangha for guidance.
Please be seated. Now for the chanting of Shoshinge, page 20 to 39 in the service book.
少女歓喜知恵子普段満し無償校小日学校小人生一切分譲無交渉本願用語少女語死神信行願に因上等学章大涅槃一子滅道願成就如来所意公衆性唯性弥陀本願会王塾悪事群上会王神如来如実言老後一年期愛心普段本の特例犯凡書逆法再永入領収支入会一に摂取進行上昇後二の水化無明暗頓内心臓死運上風心事心人天奇妙日光不運無不無しげ妙案逆心謙虚大狂気即応徴税暴悪臭一切全幕本部人門神如来偶在願仏言広大小芸者聖人名本ダリケニダブ本願念部邪見狂慢悪臭上心行十字人に南中市南昔インド祭典シロンゲ中華自治域市構想現代小構成小医療如来本税要期釈迦如来両河線一種五名南天竺流十大寺出頭生質の財派有権先世大乗不浄法召喚時事小安楽賢治南行六六新行異行指導楽お面弥陀武音願自念即時入筆上唯の上昇如来語応報大理空世音天地五差増論世奇妙無下法如来永州たら謙信寺高専王朝大聖願こういう本願力栄光非道分上昇一心非有空独大崩壊立逆入大永収集特使蓮華造成会即昇進妙法昇進有本能臨現人図入生寺音寺要下本寺動乱両天使上皇乱消防さ来三蔵ルシ十条教本性専業気楽法天神菩薩論中下報道因果行世願方言栄光有他力少女死因唯心人枠前本部新人法承知生じ即涅槃一子無量光明道小宇宙上回復系同社結晶同願書唯名浄土活有安全寺異縁言宗 円満特合感染症三空三神経音言相馬法明道品一生増悪口偶性思案了解症了解
ブドクヨクショイ
ご愛情三様逆悪光明明法権因縁海流本願大智慧行者小獣本合心病気一年相応語用意大と逆三人即小小市上楽天使公開一大教天気安養官一切先祖終身反戦人法家二道小弁流六十悪人優勝部大薬剤に摂取中煩悩証言水風剣大異風剣上昇が本寺元空妙仏教天人全幕本部人新宗教書後編集戦弱本願愚悪性現来生じ臨伝芸鉄地異常異常し即入弱上無意楽非自信心異能入仏教大事修士と上西無連極辱悪超俗自主不動心唯化心し
アミダブ
ナムアミダアブナムアミダアブナムアミダナムアミダアブナムアミダナムアミ
大丈夫の方は
今に実行を得たまえり発心の降臨にはもなく背の猛妙を照らすなり知恵の光明計りなし無量の所相ことごとく公表かもらぬものはなし信じ妙に奇妙せよ下駄の氷きはもなし法則かうぬものにな有無を離ると述べたも平等確に奇妙せよ法 一切の腕に触りなしオタクかむらぬものぞなき何しを奇妙せよ少女巧妙並びなし武士公の言わなれば一切の冒険も覗こりぬ一挙へを奇妙せよ仏法所要最大一公園の仏と名付けたりスタンズの国安開くなり太陽部を奇妙せよ
神主ことく
平等聖祭同法菩提心往生
I take refuge in Amida Buddha and comes together in the show. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Without to keep the cultural dismantle together to raise the mind of God, the realm is
Okay, we will now have our Dharma talk for today, EITAIKYO, American Needs Buddhism, from Reverend Sawada.
One before I share the Dharma talk today, let's remind Kaneohe teaching how to listen with the heart. One, you should listen as you are listening to this message for the very first time. Two, you should listen as the message is for you alone. And three, you should listen as this is the last time you will ever do so in your life. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Good morning, thank you for coming. And thank you, our followers at the YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Maybe the title, EITAIKYO, America, United States, Western culture needs Buddhism. maybe could be sound a little, I would say, no, strange, yeah, but what we just told a few minutes ago, the base of Buddhism is to listen to the Dharma, is listening. Listening not to what I want, but what I really need. This is coming. I really need. Not my selective mind, my selective listening. Now, you are sitting in this field right now. Maybe your ancestors used to sit for listening to the Buddha's teaching throughout sermon and the impressions about other members of the Sangha. The teachings of Buddha were the way to bring some balance in there into their hard life. And it was a way they have to balance their lives to make a little bit more, I would say, we say in human terms, comfortable. Yeah, comfortable. I can put one example in Brazil. The first immigrants there, they really had really hard life there in Brazil, where I come from. And the first immigrants, because they didn't have built temples there that time, some of them used to take this kind of tablet, we say EITAIKYO, and you put it in memorial of people passed away like that. This EITAIKYO they used to take to the plantation there because it's really hard, 3 a.m. to 5 p.m. or more. They used to work really hard, without very hard conditions. And this is a way they had to make their life a little bit, I would say, in giving power, to give power for them. Temple is a dojo. Dojo is a place to learn, but learn about this I, this self. EITAIKYO. EITAIKYO means perpetuate this place for subsequent generation or for the next generation by continuing the temple as your or their school of life. This is what this place, this seat, means for us. This place has a lot of history. Then, this feeling that is inherent for this place, Kaneohe Higashi Hongwanji. The aspiration from your ancestor for you is that you can continue this place as a school of life. As they have done, they want you to continue doing. This is the spirit of EITAIKYO. Actually, there isn't the EITAIKYO sutra. This EITAIKYO means perpetual sutra, generation for generation. But this generation for generation means you keep these teachings of the Buddha for generation, from generation to generation. We humans have your own beliefs about what is right, what is wrong. Therefore, what I put as a priority of importance for me is different of yours. My priority is different from you, from yours priority. But we have a lot of attachment for our preference to keep. That disease makes me suffer. But the reason of this suffering is this self. The teachings try to make me realize that I'm very straight from my human nature. Like I live in this world for myself, by myself, and doing everything by myself. I cannot remove this ego, but more, I'm going far from my nature as a human. For example, sometimes we do some absurd things. I commit something a lot of people can disapprove, but I do not realize this absurdity of my action because I'm really focused in my strong ego. For example, we have a meditation sutra when the prince Ajastru to become king. He killed his father. But was in that time was common thinking. The prince killed the father to become, and for a while he didn't feel any remorse, nothing. He was insensitive for his strong ego. What we can learn about that? I'm so detached from my human nature, blinded by my ego, that whatever absurd thing I commit, I do not realize this about my action, my incongruent action. This is kind of something very heavy we take in our life for disrespecting our nature as a human. First, I don't care about others, doesn't matter. We can see in like a language of the Christianity, it's like a sin. Yeah? You disrupt from your moral, from your think like a. But this is not a Buddhist term, but it's a way to I can explain to you. In Buddhism, we say like a crime, like a crime. Then Buddha's wisdoms only work to make us to realize about our roots as a human, calling us to come back for our origin. This makes us realize this kind of incongruence we have. Don't transform you better or worse or nothing. Only show as our own face as human. Buddhism is to put me or put my life or put me in tune with the true human nature. But Sensei, what's human nature? Then, when the thing I say America needs Buddhism, I say Americans, I say my Western values, my values as a human. American values represent the values of individualism, value that we humans value, we have. I say America, but I put America as a representative, but this is human being. Yeah? Don't make it that easy. But I say because America is a leader of this economic power movement. Okay, the USA, or the America, and the Muslim country values represent our values, our strong word passions, our ego, dictating how humans need to be. You have to do this, you have to listen to this. But what result we are having now, what we can realize, we continue killing, destroying, stealing, saying bad math. This is human as the center of your strong ego. But we don't realize about that. We don't change anything. The change is the work of the Dharma. We only that wisdom we have to listen. We have to listen. Something to really we don't want to listen, but we need to listen. Yeah? This is why Buddha's teachings work. We don't need to listen. I don't know. If we have one specific vision about, we go to discriminate others having different approaches. It's create one kind of conflict, and the confrontation is hell, is fight. What can I do about that, Sensei? Actually, I don't know. But we can respond, we can answer, oh, be neutral, be neutral. Even though we think we are neutral, it isn't reality. We are trying to protect us. We continue to attack with this strong ego. It's only something you don't know. Be neutral, trying to describe in concept, but concept isn't reality. It's a symbol. It's something we try to explain. Reality we cannot describe, we cannot see. Every time you try to describe, it's not reality. Yeah? This is only concept. But concept is how we human can interpret, can understand the language of this word. Because you can understand only this. Accept or don't accept, right or wrong. This is human. Yeah. This is self. But actually when you go deep, reality doesn't need my approval either. I accept or don't accept. I believe, I don't believe. It's a work that the humans can only stay humble and recognize throughout the mind of conscience. Conscience. What means conscience? Because we have a strong belief that mind is this I, is this ego, this self, we become controlled by the mind. We think the mind is you. Conscience is the part of our mind that tells us whether our actions are right or wrong. That tells us. That overcomes myself. This is concept. That we are slave of mind, but you have to use the mind throughout of the mind, to overcome, to be conscious, to go in the conscience. Cons means common science, common knowing for everyone. My path to be free of any kind of illusion and delusion. What is? I come here to be free from my suffering of this illusion, these fantasies, but to be freedom of this suffering, we have to remove the agent, the subject are suffering. Who is suffering? This I. If this I disappear, your suffering disappear. Can you understand that who makes the suffering is the self? That if this individual doesn't anymore here, the suffering will be extinguished. Of course, this is a concept too. In civil, is a logical way to think as a human. But as human, we aren't able to escape from the interpretation of this world because we only interpret, we only try to understand. That was the realization of several masters, a lot of masters, Shinran's masters, Buddhist teachers. They tried every practice, endeavors, ways to be free from their suffering, to get this perfect enlightenment. But every master fails and taps out from their self-illusory search by trying to follow this a lot of what they think enlightenment. Then, we have to try to follow the bodhisattvas. Bodhisattva, what means bodhisattva? That is enlightened one. Bodhisattva is a people guiding you to be enlightened. This is your guide. Who guides us to path of enlightenment? This is a bodhisattva. Then they try to be like a bodhisattva, doing every practice that bodhisattva have to do. But they fail again. What? They came back for their despair. And Shinran, guided by his master, realized that we humans are trying to focus in the perfect enlightenment and the bodhisattva path. But we are not perfect. We are not Buddha right now. Then this is not our practice. Buddha's bodhisattva practice is the Buddha's practice, not human practice. That our focus has to come back for humans. That bodhisattva, humans, is to be happy, fulfilling their passions. You only think we filling up our passions like your education, your social position, your health, a lot of things you think this is your path and will be your path for your happiness. This is what we humans think. But bodhisattva is like a work to realize that what is really enlightenment This is not our class. They, as a work, Bodhisattva says, I cannot be happy alone. I have to make you happy first. Then I can be happy. Your suffering is my suffering. This is Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva means universal happiness. I help you to be happy. I help you to be awakened. This is what we have to realize. Our practice is a human practice, not actually we cannot be, but we, as a human, we can try to be touched by these teachings. It's not you go to Buddhism. Buddhas come to you. This is different. It's not Buddha, you using these teachings to adjust for your ego. Yeah. It's Buddha brings you elements to you know about yourself. It's different. Yeah. That Shinraz realized I cannot be Buddha because I don't have any really pure heart. I don't have pure heart. I don't think I want to be Buddha. Good? Yeah? I want to be Buddha. It's like I don't care. First myself. First yourself. This is the crime that we are committing. Is you are putting your first, you first, I'm first, and doesn't care others. This is what Buddha's work to realize about this incongruence. How we can realize you can be happy alone. If only you are eating nice food, and surround you a lot of people are starving, they don't have any food, they have all suffering. How you can be happy? This is what, yeah, a kind of works to us to realize something important. In Buddhism, we have the term Jinen Honi. Jinen Honi, that means the work of the natural path as it is. Jinen is my name. Yeah, my name is a second name, my middle name, and my Buddhist name is Jinen. Jinen means nature. Honi, works of nature. Yeah? That is, and how you can see the Buddhas, this Jinen Honi. Jinen Honi is the work of Buddha. How is this work? It works in two ways, by cause, conditions, and the consequence. Yeah, cause, conditions, consequence. What this means, if you have some situation when we kill some people, you can have the consequence about other people try to kill you. We don't know. If conditions. This is like Buddhists teach us about conditions. Or if you don't feed your body, then your body cannot perceive that there's a natural law too. Yeah? That cause and conditions. This is I and out become one, but for certain conditions. But I cannot control this. This is all the nature. And the second nature word we say Hongan. Hongan power. Hongan Iki. Hongan is innermost aspiration of Buddha to you awaken, to you be aware about this nature as it is, about the work of Butsu. Come back for your place you came, or you are. This is what Hongan is, the work of Buddha, to make us to realize about this incongruence we had about I don't care to I care. Yeah, to make you realize to this bodhisattva death. This is really important. But this work comes from, what does mean come back? Come back means you return, like Buddhas came back to work as a bodhisattva to make us to realize. Come back in the shape of homelessness, come back in the shape of our ignorance, come back in shape of your greed, to make us to realize about this, what I'm doing. This come back means origin. But when you go back for your origin, that means original vow of Buddha. Origin means I'm not there, because the self isn't there, it's before the self. Yeah? Self is when you start to learn concept. When you start to learn something, is you start yourself. That illusion we create about, the fantasy we create about. But the true reality is not good or bad. It's not rain is not good or bad. Fire is not good or bad. But from the point of view of our judgment, we say this is good, this is bad. Who teaches the seed to become a tree and to have fruit and seed? The nature works there. Who teaches the mom to generate a life inside of her? The nature care about that. Yeah. But we think we can control the things, we deserve more than others. This is the reason this crime, this sin is a way, yeah? You beg for your origin. You recognize you are going to the wrong path. This is wrong path in terms of human judgment. Yeah? And there is another option, the path of the wisdom of Buddha. But the wrong path is my judgment too. Yeah? Wrong or right. But this is all goes to the as it is. It's work. If you do or don't, you believe or don't believe, the works go. Yeah. Only we recognize. When you recognize, this will make awake to the true reality. This is what we say is you doesn't matter if people says bad mouth about you, believe in you or don't believe, you say or don't say, doesn't matter. Yeah. But we cannot be like a, doesn't matter, like a statue there. We become very hungry. That's the reason we have to keep listening to come back for your origin when you can encounter others as a human. When you encounter, you see the pure human without this a lot of clothes, we can really understand why the people carry this behind, why the people sit in the pews we are sitting now. Why they want you follow these teachings? Yeah. Why you go in front of the Butsu Butsu and you do your exercise of humility? Why you have a Butsu or you don't have? If you don't have, it's really important to have one to every time remind you our hardship of our life and where you came, where you are going, where you are staying is here now. Is here now. Why Buddha's teaching me to come back for the true reality. This is why America, Western culture, even the Asian country too, or Latin countries, all we need Buddhism. I say Buddhism, but not be Buddhist like that. Even we need the truth, the working of this Jinen Honi, the natural law working to you be aware about our sin, about our ego, about our crime, this crime from disrupting from my true nature. This is a big crime. This is what we cannot remove. This is why I don't want to listen to the truth. I need to listen, but I don't want. I prefer to stay in my world, in my comfort zone. Yeah. I prefer to stay, to work, to think. I'm working by myself, I'm happy by myself. But there is these things to work to you come back for your own nature. Your own nature is no self, your true self. Your pure human, pure land is here now to purify you. These all passions will be compassions. Compassion is not you are compassionate people. Compassion is a work of Buddha, is a wisdom of Buddha working to realize the Buddha's benevolence on when to help you. If you need help, Buddha are sending constantly sign to help you. We need help. This is the reason we sit here. This is the reason we come for the symbol and we do this chanting, we do this. Back to my origin, EITAIKYO. EITAIKYO. Keep. I invite you to come to our EITAIKYO service next 15 Sunday. If you have name of members. They were members before. I ask you to come to the service, do your exercise to listen to the Dharma. And we need to hold this temple as a fund. Without money, without this thing we need. That's the reason there is a EITAIKYO fund. EITAIKYO fund is to, we put this money to keep these facilities, this school, and to keep, we continue buying the sutras, the teachings, a lot of things to keep this temple alive. If one day no more, I would say, connection with everything it is, this temple will disappear, but not this truth. Your father's aspiration, your mother's aspiration to you will continue. This is it. Your hands together in Gasho. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Namu Amida Butsu. Thank you. And for the second part, I want to, if you want to, really, yeah, but it's important that you should come here and share. I wanna, if you can, in few words, can share impressions about your connection with the temple's life, or this Kaneohe Higashi Hongwanji, or something connected with the Buddhism teachings. I ask you to come here to share. Is there someone want to share a few words here? Is it important that you share? Is there? No? I think people are shy, but even, Buddhas don't need, people cannot understand nothing what we are talking about. Yeah? Me too. I only try to tell something I cannot understand too. Yeah? But this people cannot understand. People are talking here cannot understand. Talking about something we cannot understand, but this is all symbol works in the truth. Okay. Bill want to share something. Yeah, thank you.
Hi again. I'll share something because I'm listening to Sensei discuss today's talk at EITAIKYO. A couple things came to my mind and kind of hit me pretty hard. And one of the things he said that I really embrace when he said, "I cannot be a Buddha," or words to that effect, "I don't have a pure heart." And I'm often saying things like that at home. That I can't be a true Buddhist because I kill mosquitoes, things like that. But beyond that, I really believe in my core that I want to have a better understanding and live a better, more pure life. But I don't think I'm capable. And yet, in hearing what Reverend Sawada had to say today, that's not really what I should be focused upon. There's a lot of things that I can still do and share myself with others that will help others. And he said another thing that hit me, and that was that I can't think of my own happiness first. I have to try to make you happy first. I think as a result of that comes my own happiness. But if I'm always seeking my own, self-centered happiness, then we're going to go through the world like we do. And so I guess I seek, and it's the other irony that I thought about today is, I'm almost 67 years old, and I went through Jodo Shinshu Buddhist temple upbringing in Southern California my whole life. From nursery school up to Sunday school teacher, I was the perfect attendance type, student. I was always there, but I didn't pay attention. I didn't disrespect the process, just like I was saying with regular school. I was always there, but I didn't want to learn. I didn't have an open mind to learn. Everything was strange to me, and only now, at my age, am I finally honestly open to really hearing things and hearing messages. They didn't mean anything to me as a child. I just wanted to, my dad said I had to go to, we called it church then, and it was the Buddhist temple. So I wouldn't, and then I'd come home and do what I wanted. I didn't pay attention to the message, the sermons, didn't understand the chanting, didn't understand even the simple history, which is I find so interesting today. The history that we learn about how things evolve and the path, not necessarily to enlightenment, because that's the other thing I learned today. Is that, I'm not necessarily going to be here and become an enlightened individual. I'd be kidding myself. But the things that we can learn through the histories and through other people's experiences and the paths that they've taken, I find just so enriching, and it's I don't know why it's happened this way. Why did I start coming here after all these years away from, it's been 40-something years since I've been involved with the temple, and yet I love this stuff now. Doing the bone dancing and making musubi and fellowshipping with people that I had no idea, and I was living next door for 2+ years before I even wandered over here and realized this was the same sect that I grew up in. So there's something mystical about that. I mean, something drove me to do that, and so I love it, and I just have to stay focused and not worry so much about the past, and because that writes off a lot of things that I would do if I said, well, I did this, so therefore I'm unworthy, or I came from that background, so therefore this is irrelevant. If I think like that, then I'm kind of gypping myself out of all kinds of wonderful opportunities. So I get that, I don't dwell in the past, I don't, look to the future, to things that I have no control over. I'm here now, and that's the point. And I just thought I'd share that because it's in keeping with this whole thing, EITAIKYO. Now my family members, I don't have family here, but I feel like it's family. And my kind of the reemergence of me being involved with the Buddhist faith again it's going to be making memories, I guess. So anyway, I could talk all day and I won't. So I guess it's my turn to continue the service here. So thank you, Reverend Sawada. And anybody else would like to say anything? Thank you for letting me share that little tidbit. Now, if we would please rise, we will have GATHA, Namu Amida Butsu, on page 121 of the service book, and we are going to do the first and third stanzas, the first and third lines.
to our Lord, once granted tonight. Out His right flow, yes, trusting we cry.
Okay, please remain standing. We will go to GATHA ONDOKUSAN I on page 112 in the red service book. Sorry, just 1 second here. Operator error and technical difficulties. Sorry.
This version.
Okay, thank you. Please be seated. I have a few announcements here. Next week we have the 7th of October is our Windward Mall Bone Dance from 4 p.m. to 8:15. I think it actually starts about 3:45 over at the Windward Mall. On the 15th, we have the EITAIKYO Perpetual Memorial Service. The 22nd is our short Sunday service, 9 a.m. And we have omigaki. We need volunteers to help polish our altar ornaments, beginning at 9 a.m. And then November 5th, we have our Onko service at 9 a.m. That will be also live streamed on YouTube. The 11th, we have the district Onko gathering at 1 p.m. 12th November, we have the district Onko service at 10 a.m. Guest speaker, Bishop Noriaki Ito from North America District. And finally, the 19th is the EITAIKYO service at Mo'iliili Hongwanji. 9 a.m. Guest speaker will be our own Reverend Marco Sawada. One final announcement, the Hawaii Buddhist Council is having a donation campaign for the Lahaina temples. Kaneohe Higashi Hongwanji is a signatory member of this campaign, so we're trying to help the Lahaina communities support their restarting, beginning again of their Buddhist community. So if people can help with any kind of gesture to rebuild those temples, or 3 temples destroyed from the Lahaina fires, you can send your donation into the Hawaii Buddhist Council, HBC, and we have the information, not to belabor all that. So we have the information for mailing, and we're going to make the check out too if you're interested. With that, that's it. Okay, thank you everybody for attending, and for those of you here in the temple, we'll have refreshments downstairs after we depart. Oh, one last, I was reminded, the Jushin, our newsletter, is fresh off the press and available, so. Okay, thank you very much.